Hey guys, today I want to talk a little bit about what's going on with the tourist visas and all this new stuff. They just had a giant news dump on us, I'll just say that, about the tourist visas. And here's what I'm going to say about this here, okay? Is I've looked through all this stuff and it's logistically possible to do what we need to do to get in here if you're a tourist coming here, but the hoops that you have to jump through are still there, okay? We still have that one health pass. We still have like all this other stuff, this documentation you have to have your passport with you. They still haven't come really out and stated that I've seen anywhere anyway about whether it's visa on arrival, all this stuff. I would let the Philippines clear up this mess before I come here. Okay, and the other thing is I would check with the Philippine Embassy and get in touch with them and ask them questions about this, because I think there's a mess about to happen here. Okay, that's all I'm going to say is about that. I would check with the Philippine Embassy, and I would be careful about buying any tickets right now for sure. Okay, I'm reading all these I'm watching all these vlogs, and I'm trying to assess all this stuff here, and some people are saying, well, it's not that hard. No, it for the average layman, all this stuff is a mess, because we got, like I said, again, we got that one health pass, we got the quarantines, you have to get picked up at the airport by a registered driver to go to your quarantine hotel. You still need your PCR test. You need all this stuff done, and it's still a logistical mess. Okay, it's a logistical mess. And some people are willing to jump through all those hoops and pay all that money for these PCR tests and to do all this stuff. And you have to be vaccinated, or if you're not vaccinated, you got to do this and that. And it's just crazy, okay? And I've had a few people hitting me up on some of this stuff. Wait till it irons itself out, guys. It's gonna happen, okay? It's gonna happen. And after reading through some of this stuff today that I was going through, even for me, I have a headache today from going through all this stuff, and I will not post anything for my subscribers until I feel comfortable about putting some stuff out. And I know a lot of people are putting things out, and a lot of people are feeling good about this, and as we should. I mean, this is a step in the right direction. Just give it some time. It'll get easier as we go along here. I think they're gonna remove some of this stuff every day. Every day they remove something, or they make it shorter or whatever, or maybe they'll remove the one health pass, because that one health pass is a mess. Okay, Thailand had something similar in place, and from what I understand, either it's gonna be removed or it's already removed. Okay, so this stuff is happening. Philippines always follows Thailand for some reason. Not quite sure why they do that, but they do. Okay, now with all this news dump that's out there, and that's a good name for it too, is a news dump, because it really is. They dumped all this news on us, and they really didn't go into the finer details and say, okay, if you're coming from the U.S., this is what you got to do, and this is how you do it. They didn't do that. Instead, they dump it on us, and we're supposed to kind of sort it out and sift through it, figure it out, and almost be like a detective trying to figure it out. So let them figure it out. If they want tourists in here, guys, let them give us an easier way of doing it. Because you know what? If they want tourists in here, let them work at it. Because right now, this is just what I just said. It's a news dump on people. And they need to figure out how to make it easier. If they really want people coming in here and they really want tourists coming in here, let them figure it out over the next 2 weeks. And maybe they'll make it easier for us to come in as tourists or whatever. And fortunately, I'm already in here. I have the SRRV, but I must say that every time I see them do something like this, and every time the Philippines does something, they usually start off in it's just a logistical mess, and that's what this is right now. I've looked through all these vloggers things, and I've seen all the, I've seen everything, and I've read through some of the articles and stuff. The articles are vague, and some of even these vloggers that are showing these news clips from these people, and then they break into the Philippine language, Tagalog, and that leaves me like, okay, what's this guy saying now? Is this something I need to know? Because he's speaking in Tagalog now, and I don't understand Tagalog. So how am I going to understand as an American tourist or from another country what this guy's saying, and how do I decipher that so I can figure out what I need to do to come into the country? And I feel bad for you guys, I really do, because you guys have a lot of deciphering to do right now, and I'm going to try to keep on following up on this and looking through it. Hopefully, maybe within the next days we'll see some more. I mean, currently right now it's Saturday here in the Philippines, and you know what? It's the weekend, so we're not going to really see much this weekend. Hopefully, maybe by Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday of next week, they'll start deciphering this and maybe lay it out a little bit better than what they have. Because throwing it out on a Friday afternoon and letting us try to decipher it, not a good idea. You know, and that's what's happening here. We get this news dump is terrible. Anyway, guys, I want to throw that out there because I'm getting a little bit of, you know, a few emails trickling here and there, and people trying to call me and asking me questions about this, and I'm like, guys, just slow down. You know, we know that they're opening. We know that the green list countries can come in. We know that the U.S. is not on that green list. Wait till they change that. Maybe they'll pull off this One Health Pass thing too. There's a lot of issues to be resolved here, especially the one with the visa on arrival. Okay, that's the one I want to talk about the most. Visa on arrival, or whatever you want to call it. You know, when you get here and they stamp your passport like in the old days. That's the question. Is that going to happen, or how is this going to happen? Because we got these One Health Pass things. All that stuff. It's just kind of wonky and funky right now. They need to kind of say, all right, step 1, this is what you need to do. Step 2, this is what you need to do. Step 3, this is what you need to do. Okay? They're not doing that. They're leaving it for you to figure out. And that's what's going to tick people off, and turn people off from coming in here as a tourist. And most people that would want to come in here as a tourist, as you know, they want to stay here for 2 to 3 years, okay? And they haven't really put that information out there. I've not seen it yet. I'm looking for it. If I find it, I'll let you guys know. Just FYI, I'm looking for it. I'm thinking about trying to call the embassy next week in the U.S., the Philippine Embassy, talk to them and say, hey, listen, how can I get into the Philippines? And then ask them all those questions and ask them what I have to go through. Step 1, step 2, step 3. And you guys should be doing the same thing, okay? Call the Philippine Embassy. If you guys want to get in here, call the Philippine Embassy and ask them how you can come in, because they're saying in some of these vlogs and on some of the things that I've read that you can come in even on the yellow one if you do this, this, and this. Okay, you have to do the PCR test or what have you. So they're leaving us an opportunity to come in here, but is it going to be visa on arrival after they see all your health documents for your vaccination and stuff? These are going to be the questions that they have to answer. These are the things that they have to put out there now. I'm going to be checking out some other sites, some of the government sites, and see if I can find anything more. And I'm also going to call the Philippine Embassy, which I doubt has any information, to be honest with you, because this is just breaking information. And like I said, it's a news dump. So I'm sure they're dumping the same stuff on the embassy, saying, here, you decipher it, you figure it out. So, I mean, it kind of leaves everybody wondering, okay, what next? Okay, yeah, I can come in, but what do I got to do? Am I going to be allowed to stay there, for a month and then go to the BI and do it over, get another month and then get another month after that? Is this all going to be going back to normal? These are the questions, guys. I want to throw that out there because it's important, because everybody out there is wondering what the heck is going on. Everyone. And this is typical of the Philippines, that they always do something like this here, and then you have to decipher it. And it's just not fair to the tourists and stuff that are coming in here. I wouldn't come in here, to be honest with you, until they fix what they need to fix, because this is a mess. This is a mess. It's not easy. They're not making it easy. And to be honest, if they're not going to make it easy, I wouldn't come until they figure it out. If they want us here, they need to make it easy for us to come here. And leaving it for us to decipher, that doesn't help us. Anyway, guys, I want to throw that out there. It's just my thoughts. I'm not, this is kind of like the Philippine way. We're used to it. We live here, we live with this. Okay, but for you guys coming in here, call the Philippine Embassy if you want to come in here. Ask them what you have to do. I'm gonna call them next week. I'm gonna check to see what they say to me, and I'm gonna try to get back to you guys. So I'm gonna try to call next week, see if I can get some information. And when I get that information, if I can get the information, I'll put it out there. Okay, guys. This is kind of really getting wonky. That's all I can say. God bless, guys. Take care.